And we are loading on to the Rift, ladies and gentlemen. If we have a look down at the summoner spells and the runes, Chris, is there anything that you can see that you think is a little bit strange?
Let's have a look, shall we? Why is my Windows update? Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, so we've got an Ignite in the Gwen with Falio. That's not really... he always does that.
A
Yeah,
lot
but
of
it's Ignite, sorry.
Yeah. A lot of Gwen and Camille, and even Akali players have been doing that. Champions with a lot of additional mobility in their kit.
Yeah.
Just because they don't need that extra flash.
Yeah, we've got the phase rush on the Syndra as well. That's an
Mm.
interesting one. Obviously, Fatty P is definitely someone who can definitely go for these solo kills and stuff, and not having the electrocute might hurt him a bit in this matchup, but obviously maybe just going for the dodging of the LeBlanc being just an advantage for him.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably agree. It will hurt a little bit in the early trades in terms of the damage, but if he's able to dodge away and run out of the range of a chain, I don't think he's going to be too unhappy with his choice.
Yeah, and we have the Exhaust in the bot lane as well for the Braum, and we have Ignite for the Thresh as well. So a little different there. Totally expected taking the Exhaust, especially when you have Viego, Syndra, and Vayne on the other team. That's totally expected. So yeah, and obviously you have the Ignite on Falio anyway in the top lane. So
I think the only real debatable thing that could have changed was maybe taking an Exhaust for Domponk. You'll have a Gwen, you'll have a Trundle, and you'll have a LeBlanc all running at you. I think all three of them are pretty scary.
Yeah, they want to kill as quick as possible these Darkside players, though. So I can see why they go for it, especially having the Vayne in the lane. If they can get some solo kills on this Vayne early on, then the lane sorted, the game is even easier for them. So
yeah, definitely. And Invul taking an early red buff steal. We didn't really mention it because we were talking about the summoner spells, but early red buff steal for Yonsei on the Trundle. Doesn't look like Furby is going to try and answer back in kind, but I think Invul do have both of their jungle entrances warded up. Falio diving forward in the top lane here. Big trades onto Chaos Senpai. Snip, snip, snip. Go the scissors.
And this is something that he does a lot, right? He steps forward and really gets down and dirty with the enemy top laner when he's playing.
He wants to make the enemy top laner uncomfortable. Wants to let him know, yeah, I'm here. You're going to be fighting me all game. Bring it.
Definitely, definitely.
But now we're seeing I'm Furby on the Raptors in the top side of Johnson's jungle.
Yeah, and I want to talk a bit more about Falio. Obviously, he's one of the mainstay players of Invul, and he has this playstyle, right, where he is very aggressive, and he does go in and he goes crazy in the lane, and it can be his downfall sometimes, as we see.
Yes, but it can also give him big benefit. Loftician diving forward onto Fatty P. If he had an Ignite there, you'd imagine that would have been a solo kill, but landing every chain, the Sigils of Malice really just able to burst through the Syndra's health bar, forcing out all of those corrupting potion stacks.
Yeah, we're in a situation now where even though he hasn't killed Syndra, Syndra's in a situation where
she might have the topside jungle as well. Furby gonna have to flash away from Yonsei, but Yonsei gonna follow. Stun being charged as the pillar comes down, and the Viego is trapped in the pit. Gonna go down. First blood for Yonsei and a double buff refresh.
Yeah, that's very, very nice for Yonsei there early on, especially against the Viego, obviously a champion that wants to kind of get in your face and attack and really get in there. And a kill on the Trundle early on is just going to do Invul wonders in this early mid lane. Yeah,
it's just going to give Yonsei so much more agency. That little bit of extra gold, little bit of extra early dueling power, which is exactly what you want when you're facing up against a Viego. He is going to try and get into your jungle, and he is going to try and fight you. So having those extra raw numbers to just say, nah, you're not going to win this one anymore. This is mine, is always going to be a massive benefit.
Yeah, and just jumping back to that mid lane, obviously we saw Lofty go in and he didn't kill the Syndra, but he nearly did. And what that means is Syndra's had to back and had to TP back to lane. So it's a case of, although Lofty didn't get that 400 gold from getting the kill and also the first blood goal, it's a case of what can he do with that TP advantage. That he
has just also answered the teleport.
Okay, well, he's just shot me up.
But if we look at the items that were picked up by the two mid laners with these teleports, Fatty P, he's just got a tier. So that's not going to really offer him any combat stats. Hellman going to get hit by a hook, but the shield goes up from Mama. No danger there. But anyway, items. Just a tier for Syndra. Not going to offer you really anything in terms of combat value, is it?
Yeah, this shows me that the Invul kind of should get the first maybe one or even two Drakes at this point. Obviously, Syndra building kind of not really aggressive in the early game, and the Dark Seal on the LeBlanc side as well.
And boots, which says to me that Lofty might want to shove these waves out using those distortions and then look to roam and provide either Falio or Hellman and Mama with some support. Just try and get those outside lanes rolling. Might realize, okay, the Syndra's playing quite defensively. She has Phase Rush. I'm not going to be able to kill her. So let's get everyone else ahead instead.
Definitely. And FiP was one of the players, and here we go, we see him roaming here, using the boots, just like you say.
Moving with his jungler.
But yeah, FiP was the player, he was the player in semi-final. Like, he died like twice in 2 games. I'm pretty sure he racked like 15, 16 kills in them 2 games. And
if we did series MVPs, he would have been easily, I think, both of our series MVPs for that semi-final.
Definitely. And I'm not sure what's happening in the spot lane here.
Yeah, Mama roaming up to move with Jonsson. Attempt on the mid lane is going to be spotted out, unfortunately, though. Mama did get caught on a ward, and he's now helping his jungler with the dragon. Falio, I mean, I don't know what else I can say about this. It's like you said, this is what we've been seeing from Falio all season. Dragon's picked up by Jonsson. No real contest from Darkside. Both top laners had teleports, but neither thrown down. Flash for Ignite trade, which is only going to be beneficial for the Gwen, because that Ignite is on a much shorter cooldown than a Flash. As we see Falio going forward again, the pressure is unrelenting in the top lane. Fatty P now taking a heavy trade from Lofdishan. And everywhere other than the bot lane, it seems to just be constant invul pressure.
Yeah, I mean, the bot lane's kind of...
Oh, Furby, though, might be changing around in the top lane. The sadism going to be popped up for Chaos Senpai, and he is going to get himself out alive barely. Falio trying to survive with the Conqueror, but it's not going to be enough. Furby finds that one. Going to transform into Gwen as well, but there's no one else to fight.
Yeah, and there's some CS leads coming out for the Darkside early. Like, we've got a 13 CS lead in the bot lane, we've got a small CS lead in the mid lane, and in the jungle as well. And yeah, that's keeping kind of like a Darkside with an advantage in the gold.
Yeah, only a very, very slender gold lead, though, from what I can see.
Definitely, definitely.
Leeching Lear picked up for Falio now as well. So in those 1v1s and 1v2s even, going to have so much more healing.
Yeah, and this bot lane is definitely the most interesting one so far. We're seeing hooks come out on cooldown from Donponk.
And none of them seem to be missing. That is the important thing.
That is very true.
None of these hooks that, like you say, Chris, seem to be coming out on cooldown, don't seem to miss. We see Donponk and Frilla getting some vision into the Invul jungle now. What's on the blue buff? Just trying to spot out what that Trundle is trying to do.
Yeah, and obviously we don't have a dragon up for a bit longer, so there's not really too much to fight for on this bottom side. It's all about trying to find an advantage, try and maybe get a pick if you can, and just take some vision away from the other team, trying to make them a bit less comfortable, should I say.
Exactly that. Falio slow pushing a wave in here on the top side, looking to potential, and it's just going to be caught here by Chaos Senpai actually, but maybe looking to draw the Mundo away from his tower a little bit to look for an all-in. That Ignite isn't too far away from coming back off cooldown.
Yeah, and we saw FiP in the last game. Basically, I think it was maybe 3 of the games or 2 of the games. He was getting either 1 or 2 kills around Drakes, the first or second Drake, and that was what kind of undid Vanir in the last series. So it's gonna be interesting to see.
We might be about to see a fight here over the Rift Herald, though. We see Frilla on a reset. Herald is going to be picked up by Darkside. I don't think there's going to be a possibility of a steal, but there is now an engage on the Chaos Senpai. Anton's going to be blocked off by the pillar. Very nice usage, but Invul not able to find any more of a way in.
Yeah, Invul kind of caught a bit off guard then. Maybe they were, I don't know, they weren't ready for it, I guess.
I like that Invul kept Helmet in the bot lane, though. Obviously, having the Ash ult, the big arrow.
Yeah, I was waiting for that one.
You can throw it from the bot lane. So Hellman doesn't really need to move up, and the arrow would probably make it there before Frilla did anyway. We see an engage on the mid lane. Fatty P forced to flash from the pillar. Is going to be chained down and stunned. The scat for the week, that was beautiful.
Nice.
Johnson finds the kill and escapes with about 250 HP remaining, but very, very nearly scary there for the Invul mid-jungle duo. Furby now getting jumped on. Mama's part of the party, and he's stacking up those concussive blows. Furby going to escape on about 50%.
Yeah, and that's 2 kills onto the Trundle now.
We see another engaged top. Falio has that ult, has that ignite, and Chaos Senpai is forced to burn the sadism, and he's burning down from the ignite. Not quite enough, though, in Falio's back pocket to finish that one off. Very, very close. But I think that we can expect more of that from Falio all series long.
Yeah, he needs to be careful.
We might even see a dive here. He has the snip stacked up, but no. Too much damage coming through from those cleavers from the Mundo.
Yeah, like I said, he caught him out last time, kind of playing this too much aggressive, and he did get shut down by the Viego on his push. So it's really interesting to see how he kind of adapts. Obviously, he hasn't played against Darkside in a long time, so it's a case of how will he kind of play against Chaos Senpai in the first game, and how will he change that in the second game, depending on how much the first game goes well or bad. So we're going to see a
Yeah,
lot of
definitely.
innovation around this best of 5.
It's going to be innovation. It's going to be evolution. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it all unfolds. Johnsony with 2 kills now on this Trundle, and Loftish just going for more trades onto Fatty P. I really like that positioning of the distortion,
Yeah,
actually,
I liked that as well.
because it catches some damage and it clears the wave.
Darkside could be looking here.
Helmet
They
and
know the
Marmor not going
Drake's
to
coming
step
up.
too far forward, though. Furby is in the area. Thriller walking back into the
this
lane, and
is
the Lantern
risky.
is now thrown down. Flash forward from Don Ponk with the Lantern, but it looks like they're going to get out pretty safely. The teleport's going to be channeled now by both top laners as Don Ponk finds the first kill of the fight very quickly. Marmor is gone,
Valeo
and
doesn't have TP. He's still top lane.
Loftish is teleporting into 4 people. He's going to get himself melted. Jonsson having to run away. Flashes over the wall with the Subjugate running. And Falio is going to get a lot for this. Darkside may well get the dragon, but Falio is going to get a fair few plates here.
Yeah, I saw when that was happening. That fact was happening that we had the TP on Chaos Senpai, but Falio didn't have it. So it's a case of what did he do on the other side of the map, which obviously he
3
got
plates.
Yeah, 3 plates from it, so that's good. But some interesting important kills here. Again, like I said on Fatty P, he has got that kill in the second Drake. That was kind of the downfall from Vinny. So let's see what he does with it in this series, in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how he can utilize that advantage. But I think if we're talking about important things going down in that little fight, I think Mama being the first to fall is incredibly important. Darkside then gaining the ability to stack that Brawn passive
Definitely. Very
is
important.
very, very scary when you have champions like Viego and like Vayne.
Yeah, and in a situation like this, usually it would be a case of, okay, the support dies and it doesn't really matter because it's a support, right? But support in this situation with the Braum, it's very, very important, especially with the Viego on jungle.
Yeah, it's incredibly impactful. But the game still in a very close state. Gold lead is pretty tight still. It's just about 1,000 in it, which isn't too detrimental at 12.5 minutes for either of these teams. Asher going to go wide, but the chain is going to lock Fatty P down. Brawn passive is there, but it's not going to be stacked up because there's no one in range. Chaos Senpai running all the way down the river for this.
And where is the Herald? It just got placed. Where did it go?
I believe it's bot lane with Thriller.
Okay.
Would make the most sense to me. Falio, though, looking for first turret in the top lane.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. So I think first turret is going to go over to Darkside. Yes, that's with the Herald charge. Marma, though, looking forward onto Thriller. Don't know if I like this. The Glacial Fissure comes down. Falio now trading onto Chaos Senpai as well. And Johnsony is invading the topside jungle of Darkside.
He could dive here. We have the Ignite up on Falio again.
Potential dive, yeah, definitely. The Needlework is available. The Ignite is available.
He's looking.
Yeah, you know they're looking. That's massive damage there on the snip. Chaos Senpai pops the Sabres, and they're just going to kill the turret first. They don't care. Flash comes through. The slow on the pillar is going to keep him in, and Johnsony picks up his 3rd kill of the game. Loftish,
oh my god,
dancing around Fatty P. He's got his blue suede shoes on this evening.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that kill being picked up by the Trundle again. I'd like to see Gwen kind of get rolling, and unfortunately, we don't see it on that game, but on that gank. But
and interesting to note as well, Marma picking up the early ninja tabbies.
Yeah, I guess Vayne is very bad and Viego bad as well. So
yeah, fair.
And obviously, he can get run down pretty easily from Mundo. So I don't know. Maybe it's good.
Anathema's chains for Chaos Senpai. I wonder who he's got that one on.
What does that item do again?
It's the one that you bind it to an enemy and you get damage reduction against that enemy.
Okay.
I'm assuming he's bound it to Falio.
Yeah.
Considering Falio is like the only one that's actually hit him so far, but
is there a way we can see that?
I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea. Because there's no like visual thing.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I don't think.
I'm gonna pick up the second Herald here for free again.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much Invul can do to contest this. And also, I'm not a massive fan of like fighting second Herald unnecessarily. We do see
Oh,
Frilla getting
incoming
jumped on, though.
heavy.
It is going to be tagged by the Winter's Bite. Lantern going to get him out to safety, though. Doesn't even matter. Stunning
Yes.
Falio into the wall. Falio now could be in danger. The Needlework's going to be thrown down, and Jonsson's joining the fight. Falio is escaping on a sliver, but it's going to be... Oh,
Falio
Mama!
might go down here.
Picks up
Oh,
one.
one auto
Jonssony
attack.
picks up two. Furby can't get in with the Heartbreaker, and it's 2 for 0 in the top lane for Invul.
And Johnson picking up another kill.
This Trundle really, really rolling at this point.
Yeah, no kills on Gwen still.
3 assists, though.
Yeah, it's a
Chaos
case of
Senpai might be in trouble. Johnsony and Mama are here. There's a teleport
the
coming through as
TP.
well. Falio's joining the fight. He's hearing you calling him out for not getting a kill, and he wants to make amends.
No
The
ignite, though.
sadism going to be thrown down. No ignite, so it probably won't be a kill, but forces out the Dr. Mundo ult at least.
Yeah, it's like I said in that fight, it kind of pulls out the all or nothing kind of play from Falio, right? He was so low. He was literally one auto attack away from dying, and he's still going forward. He just wants to get the kills, wants to get.
But I have to ask you this, Chris. Who would you rather have on your team? Someone like Falio who is going to commit until he has 0 HP remaining, or someone who's going to run away with 300 because they think, oh, I don't want to die here and give away pressure?
I'd rather have Mr. Tyler on himself run it down all the way.
Good. I'm glad we're in agreement over that one. Third dragon about to come up. Ocean Soul is on the rift. You can see all the extra bushes dotted around everywhere. I think Invul are just going to give this one up.
Yeah,
Falio and Mama not in the area. No teleport on the Gwen either, so it's just going to be secured by Furby.
And we've got what I would like to say, my favourite phrases, and you love it as well. We've got a bit of a lull state here in the game.
So incoming action in 5,
Yep.
4, 3.
We're actually seeing the Herald come down here, so we might actually get some action.
We might see a fight here. No, well, there is a teleport for Fatty P, but no teleport for Falio, so he won't be able to join this. Pillar's going to come down to proc the Mundo passive, get rid of that CC immunity, and it's just going to be a charge into the mid lane tower. Turret going to stay
sideline here.
Yeah, but I think he can. Who on the side of Darkside can really fight Falio 1v1?
No one.
Maybe the Viego, but I don't even know if Viego wins the 1v1 there with the Gwen W.
I think it's it's whoever outplays better, I guess.
Definitely. But teleports both up on the side of Darkside, so you would have to imagine playing this split map kind of style with the 1-3-1 would actually favor the team with the more global cooldowns. In this situation, that is obviously Darkside. Falio's teleport about halfway towards being back off cooldown.
And talk to me about this Trundle a bit. So obviously he's got 4 kills. He's significantly in gold, probably ahead of Viego with the 4 kills. So what would you like to see come out in items from him?
I think, you've got your Divine Sunderer, maybe a Sterax Gauge. But just raw resistances right now, I think, are fine. Like going for this Bramble Vest, perfect. You're going to be hit by 2 physical damage auto attackers. You're going to be hit by a Vayne. You're going to be hit by a Viego. They both have % max health damage. A flash hook from Domponk onto Mama. Shield's going to go up and the Stander side comes through, but Mama is just going to fall. Kill goes over to the Thresh, though. Vayne not quite able to secure the last hit. Which actually is really unfortunate there for Darkside.
Yeah, it's something that Frilla's going to be raging at in the comms right now, but he's got to deal with it. Oh,
Hellman now tagged by a hook, and he is not long for this world. Frilla grabbing that one, so he'll be a lot happier there. Falio putting himself in a lot of danger here, running into 4. He's going to find Domponk. Going to go down for it in trade, though. Loftition almost able to find Fatty P on the backside. Juking, but dashes back into a Mundo. Chaos Senpai goes where he pleases, and he sends Loftition packing.
Yeah, just a moment of chaos there it turned into. And like I said at the start of the game, the Darkside comp kind of thrives in these chaos moments. And yeah, it kind of just went all wrong for Invul there for about a minute, and it's cost him quite a lot.
Yeah, mid lane turret, I believe 4 kills total.
And another kill on Fatty P, which is obviously very, very important as well. And a kill on the Vayne just to get him started rolling.
Yeah, which definitely could spell trouble for the members of Invul. But long way to go still in this one. We shall see. Gold lead is extending slightly, which I think Invul are going to have to keep their eye on.
Yeah, if we can see the gold lead right now from production on the members, it would be very nice. Just so we can see what the advantage is in the jungle and in
Oh,
the
what,
mid
you
lane.
mean in the individual matchups?
Yeah. See if we can get that.
In terms of builds though, really quickly, I really like what Jonseni's going for because he's not building health. So Vayne and Viego aren't going to actually be getting any more raw damage because both of them do have quite a lot of percent max health scalings. Picking up just flat armor, definitely the better way to counter those champions. Fatty P looking for Falio potentially, but Jonseni is waiting in the wings. Gonna dive onto that control ward, and now the Trundle
He
comes
might die
forward.
here.
Fatty P is the needlework
Oh,
misses though. If that third cast of the needlework connects, I think that is Fatty P off of the Rift. Jonseni gonna
he gives away the flash as well.
yeah, that's really rough. And he gives away the shutdown to that Syndra. Marma potentially caught out now by the pillar as well, but the Ash Volley gonna be enough to keep his support alive.
Yeah, this is looking rough for Invul now.
Yeah, it
They're
seems
giving
like the
kills to these
momentum
vital people.
the momentum has definitely swung back a little bit in this game over towards Darkside.
Definitely. I think these 4 kills on Trundle it's gonna imagine if they were on the Gwen and on other carries kind of thing. They're losing a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if instead of a 1, 2, and 3 Gwen, you had a 4, 2, and 0 Gwen. Oh, Chaos
Yeah.
Senpai gonna get stunned up. Nothing gonna come of it though, because Fatty P is playing bodyguard for the Mundo, which normally you'd say that works the other way around, whether it's the Mundo
Mhm.
playing bodyguard. But this time, the Syndra just making sure his top laner cannot be taken out. Dragon number 3 picked up for Darkside as well. Soul point in 5 minutes.
Yeah, and an Ocean Soul on this Mundo is going to be kind of game over. And just seeing the gold coming in now, so we've got a 2,000 gold lead on the mid lane. Surprisingly, we
500
have,
in the top lane.
yeah, 8,800 goals for the Gwen, which is very, very interesting. We've got a gold deficit in the jungle, even though Johnson has 4 kills, which is definitely
For the
interesting as
bot
well.
lane. Hellman,
Yeah.
2,500 and more, I think, behind Thriller.
Yeah, so we're seeing these big advantages coming out in the carries in the mid and bot lane for the dark side a lot, and it's basically just a top lane that is in Invul favor. So
With that turret though, Falio nearly 3,000 gold ahead of Chaos Senpai.
yeah, that's crazy.
Politician
Thank you for that production.
might be in a spot of bother there, but no, is gonna see the control ward come over the wall, tries to take it out, but he doesn't want to fight a Viego and a Mundo right now. I don't think he wins that 1 versus 2. So where are we expecting this next big team fight, Chris?
I mean, Invul have to fight for the next Drake, right? They have no choice. It's Ocean Drake on Mundo. The game will just be over. Or Ocean Soul, not even Ocean Drake, should I say? So, if it's not before then maybe if Darkside may try and force something around Baron, but they have no need to really. Like they know
Yeah.
Invul have to fight for the next Drake, so they can just do what they want. They have full control right now.
Yeah, the game is most certainly on a timer. However, if Invul find 1 or 2 quick picks, they could maybe transition that into a Baron, although Johnson is currently in the bot side jungle.
Yeah, they not really interested here. They might try and kill the Mundo to just try and I don't know.
Maybe not
and then
even.
leave some-
Can they even fully kill the Mundo at this point, even in a 2 versus 1? Barmy Cinder plus the Anathema's Chains going to make him very, very tanky.
Yeah.
Red buff given over to Falio as well, which is going to enable him to stick to someone a bit better, which I actually don't mind.
They could maybe catch out the mid lane here. But
If that Donponk recall is finished, an Ashol into a Gwen and a Trundle.
yeah, we haven't actually seen the Assault come out at all yet so far, and it's 24 minutes into the game.
We've seen it whistle through mid lane once, I
Yeah.
think. But I would have liked to see an Ashol just thrown at Syndra here.
Yeah, I'd like to see it come out. Honestly, whenever it's on cooldown kind of thing, it's such a useful ability that doesn't have too much of a cooldown that you can just throw it out.
Especially with the 1 Cloud Dragon that Invul have.
Definitely.
Reducing that cooldown even further. Falio and Jonseni waiting for someone. Not sure who. Not sure where. Not sure when.
Christmas, I think.
Very possibly at this rate.
They've given up.
But it is Darkside taking all of the control around this top lane, all of the control around this Baron. You feel like they want to grab that top outer tower before they commit for anything onto Baron. Although Mama might be in trouble here. Viego throws down the mist and is going to start rampaging towards the Braum, but no.
Yeah, Marmo's being caught out quite a few times this game, and he's still playing very risking. Like,
he's going to get hit by the stun. Glacial Fissure going to come through. Heals thrown down by Hellman, but no, Yonsony now on the side. Furby is taking damage. There's the arrow. We wanted to see it, and Furby is going to fall to Hellman. Pierced through the heart by the ice arrow.
Oh my god.
Oh, the scatter of the week is massive. Mama's not going to quite die, though. Does die to the Unleashed Power, but that's Syndra ult on a 100 HP target. Hellman, Immortal Shield Bow is activated, but you're not running away from that one, regardless of the amount of slows in your kit. Yonsony, the next one to fall. Flash over from Thriller, and it's 4 for 1 for Darkside.
And I think that is just game, honestly. Like, Vayne's so far ahead now that they're trying to fight without Falio, who, as we saw, has so much of the team's the only advantage on the Invul team. And we have Syndra with 4 kills now. We have Vayne with 4 kills. So everyone's activated on the Darkside side. And yeah, like someone just said in chat, no one can kill Vayne.
Yeah, it's going to need some kind of performance. Falio just wanting to do some split push for now, but Furby is in the area. He's taking the fight with Chaos Senpai. Ignite is not available, and now there is a Viego for you to deal with. Falio, are you just going to be able to walk out? Yes, you are. So, 3 minutes of Baron buff for Invul to defend. Dragon is spawning in about 15 seconds. This is Soul Point. This could well be the final team fight, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the next time they try and fight, they're going to have more of a gold deficit, so they may as well just flip it now and just hope for that kind of miracle steal by Johnsony.
Which we have seen come through 3 or 4 times already this season. The smites coming through from the Finnish jungler have definitely been on point.
I hope they can do it one more time.
But I don't think Invul are in any kind of position to contest this one. It's already started up. Yeah, Yonsony is conceding it. I think they know they can't fight this.
Yeah, but the problem is it's even harder to fight them now because now you have, if it wasn't even hard enough already, you now have an Ocean Soul
fighting into an Ocean Soul, which is really going to make this an absolute monumental task to come back into this game.
Yeah, if anyone
we've seen stranger things happen. We have seen stranger things happen. I don't know if anyone watched G2 versus Misfits in the LEC. So it can happen, but I think it's going to be quite unlikely. We see Darkside rampaging through the mid lane now, taking the inner tower. Falio looking to play towards the side lane yet again.
Yeah, but the problem is they're so far behind now that they can't hold off the Darkside members in the mid lane. So eventually he will have to recall just to keep his team in the game.
Yes, definitely. Mama's hit by a hook, and the box is going to come through. Mama, wow, that was a lot of damage. Don Ponk going to pick his 3rd kill up of the game. And at this point, you have to begin to think Falio has to start channeling that recall.
Yeah. I mean, the game's going to be over by the time. Mundo's just going to stop the recall now, so I think he won't even get back.
Yeah, exactly. He's looking to poke away at Chaos Senpai. Maybe actually going to win this fight. Does have the Ignite available, and the Ignite is thrown down. Falio with the Needlework, and the snip. Going to be able to find. No, he misses the final shot of the Needlework and doesn't quite pick up the kill on Chaos Senpai. Darkside, though, only able to grab that mid lane inhibitor, not able to get any more. 1 inhibitor with a Baron buff, though, definitely not a waste.
Yeah, and it's really important that Falio needs to...
I like this from Yonsony, just delaying the backs.
Yeah.
Splitting up the Darkside members when they're on resets or not.
Yeah, Falio needs to be hitting these needleworks, and Mundo is playing really, really well in these 1v1s. Just some important abilities missing. We've got the Falio missing some of the needleworks. We've got some Braum Qs missing from Marmor. It's just these small little things that are costing Invul the big fights, really. And
this is what we said at the start. This is what we said at the start of the game. We thought this series was going to be close. We thought the series was going to come down to the fine margins, and if those fine margins are pixels that skill shots are missing by, then so be it. Furby going to get dove on here by Loptician and Falio, but he does have the squad waiting in the wings. Falio able to walk himself away with the Gwen W. The invulnerability field enables him to just safely walk away. Now, are we going to see a fight around this top lane tower, do you reckon? Oh, Falio diving forward onto Thriller.
I think if there is a fight, then Darkside just win the game, honestly.
If Darkside win the fight, that is.
Yeah, I don't know how Invul can win 5v5 fights, or even 4v5 fights at this point.
It is going to be a rocky one, but this could well be the final push. Mundo in the bot lane. Darkside in the top lane. And Falio might be able to chase Chaos Senpai away from the towers, but Mama is going to get a big Glacial Fissure, big Enchanted Crystal Arrow as well onto Furby. But Mama is the first to fall, and now Viego is going to get his transform. Donpong flashes forward, but the hook going to go wide onto Helm. Thriller finding Loftition in the backside of the fight. Furby diving forward, he's going to grab Helm, and he's going to grab his second. Falio answers back onto the Viego, though, and that may well be the last call of Invul in this game one. Falio going to see what he can do. Can he get anything more done? Jonsson is still up as well. Trundle and Gwen versus the world, but it's not going to be enough. Darkside going to strike first blood and continue their momentum from the semi-finals and taking game one against Invul in this grand final.